What do you think about Larry Hoover? You know, he has...
Is he officially pardoned? Because they're saying that he was pardoned on one thing, but there's another thing that he's not pardoned on. So is he actually getting out or no?
He had 200 years
yeah.
in the state already. While he was in the state, they accused him of racketeering, distribution, probably like some RICO stuff, what gave him life in the feds.
Okay, so there's still the state case, though.
State's still there.
So he's pardoned on the Fed side, but he still has 200 years on the state?
Yes.
And Trump can't do anything about that.
Nothing.
Yeah. The governor can only pardon him.
The governor. But I believe last time he went to board was 2024. I believe he's going back 2028. That was already scheduled before this Trump thing. But he has like 53 years in on the 200. He's in his 70s. They say he's getting old. He denounced being a GD.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at this time, I'm gonna be real. And, you know, I don't know really if there's any victims or family members over there. But at this time, what more you want him to do? He's been in solitary confinement 20, 30 years.
Yeah, I almost feel like,
you know,
if you reach a certain age in prison, if you're like 80 and over and you've done at least, let's say 20 years, what's the point of keeping you in there?
That's a fact.
You get out at 80 years old after doing 2 decades, what are you going to do? Go on a mass killing spree? Like, you're going to try to enjoy the last few years of your life. You're not going to try to go back.
The crazy part about it, because I said this on Clubhouse, I got a text this morning that somebody took it wrong, which I didn't get it. Because they were like, yeah, they got to let him go based on, I said, well, he's not a Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela went for fighting for the people.
Yeah.
And while he was there, the laws he was fighting for came to be, right? So when it come time to let him go, it's a different
look. You can't compare Larry Hoover to Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, so
Larry Hoover was a gangster.
This is what I'm saying.
Nelson Mandela was a freedom fighter.
Yeah, they're looking at this
and that. It is what it is.
But I will say, do I think he's deserving of parole? Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
Do I think he's done enough time? 50 plus years? Yes.
I agree.
Do I think he's a threat to society? No. Personally, you know, do I think right now the administration that's in is anti-Trump? So it's kind of like if they sign off and let him go, it'll make Trump look like a hero. What's crazy about it, that shouldn't factor in, but it is.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, are they going to do it right now? I think they're going to let him bask in his victory on the Fed side. He gets to leave ADX, right? Colorado.
Oh, so he gets transferred back to the state?
State.
Oh.
You know, he's been in Colorado where he's no contact, reading his letters on the screen, so on and so forth. So, you know, not to say it's good conditions, but it'd be better conditions. And I'm thinking worst case, the next time he goes to board in 3 years, man, the boy, he'd be kicking 80 in the ass. You know, I believe they'll let him go. I hope they let him go. I hope they let him go now. But just understand the politics that Trump did what he did. The people in Illinois, that's a Democratic thing. They're anti-Trump. If they make that move, it'll make Trump look a certain kind of way. I think that the politics around that are hinder them from doing that. Would I like to see him do it? I would like to see him do it. I mean, you know what? The love for his son, the love his son has for him. And I met him in Miami, but when I heard him say, I want to kiss my dad, and he got to be well close to 40, I said, yeah, man, they need to let that, they need to let that happen. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't like his sons is gangsters.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You know.
At all.
I believe they should start a petition for him, as they did for Tory. You know, I believe that anybody out there whose family, children, or whatever were influenced by Larry Hoover not to gangbang, to leave the streets, I believe those letters should be written and sent in people should create a website or create a place where people could do these things to sit in, because when they sit down and they look at, he was convicted for 200 years, why? For these things. He's done what? What was his behavior in here? What has he done? He denounced, he's this, he's that. And we have a slew of letters that says, since Larry Hoover started pushing growth and development, their son was changed his life, but this did this didn't happen, this did that, to try to kind of offset that, to show the change in the man. I think those things need to happen. So, stop being mad at me for just speaking my truth and going over certain things I'm reading, and let's see some of y'all put these things in action.